Welcome back to Coach Factory. I'm Kathy, and this is the channel where we talk about your coaching business, how to get more clients, have more fun, and just live a better life as a coach. All right, so I had this experience this weekend with my daughter. We went out to a farm stand very far west into another county. My daughter wanted pumpkins to decorate the front porch, and I was along for the ride. When we got there, the proprietor of the farm stand said, "Wow, we haven't seen you in a while." I've only been to this place one other time, and that was about 3 months ago. And yet he remembered us. It got me thinking about, well, first of all, I started thinking about like how I miss small town America where people remember each other and greet each other by names and wave and just are more connected. But it also got me thinking about our coaching practice and the sales process in coaching because I felt like, okay, this is my farm stand now. When I go to a farm stand, of course, I'm going to go to this guy. He remembers us. We have a connection, even though he doesn't know us, doesn't know our name, but just that remembrance of who we were, it meant something. And for our coaching prospects, they need to have that same kind of feeling. They need to feel like you remember them, you remember what they're going through, you remember details about them that aren't even related to the reason that they're coming to you. They need to feel like you are their best friend, that you are connected, and that you are an integral part of their life. And it doesn't just happen in coaching. Of course, it happens there. We get to know our coaching clients very well and get to know the intricacies of their life and what they've been going through. But it needs to happen when we're in the sales process too. It needs to happen with prospects. But when you are dealing with so many prospects and you're dealing with so many discovery calls, how do you keep it all straight? You talk to 5 people in a week, and was it John who said those things or was it Dave? You have to keep it all straight. So I highly recommend using a CRM, a client relationship manager. Any kind of CRM will do. If you're using WordPress, Fluent CRM is right in your website. You can do it there, and it also has mailing lists and all this cool stuff with it. But you have to track more than the basics. You have to track everything about the conversation, but also those little details about what is important. You need to remember birthdays. You need to remember anniversaries, their spouse's name, their kids if they have any, and what their kids are into. If little Jenny is playing soccer every weekend, that is something you need to remember. Those little details matter when you can use them when you're trying to communicate something to one of your coaching clients or your prospect, and you're trying to communicate something and you use something like, you know, a soccer game, if that's important to your client, as an analogy, as a metaphor to communicate something. Not only is it going to resonate with them at a deeper level, but it's also going to make more sense to them. So, all of these types of details, remembering where they went to college, if they have good college memories, their favorite sports teams, if they're super into football and they are a Buffalo Bills fan, knowing what is going on with those games. And if something really huge happens, like if a Bills player does something amazing and breaks a record, being able to say, "Oh my gosh, I saw that Matt Prater just joined the team and he just kicked a field goal to win the game. That was so amazing. Were you watching last night?" Just having a conversation about something that is meaningful and important to your prospect, to your client. Don't do it in a fake way because people can feel, they can sniff out that authenticity, as Justin told me in that interview, which is linked down below about his coaching practice. People sense that inauthenticity if that is how you are coming across. But if you authentically remember these things and reach out to your coaching prospects and talk to them about what's important to them, things that you remember that are meaningful to you too. Maybe there's some things that are meaningful in your life. Maybe you're a Buffalo Bills fan as well, and you can have conversations about those games. It connects you. Or if you are, similarly politically aligned and they're super into politics, you can note certain news articles. "Oh my gosh, did you see that this just happened? What do you think about it? I just want your input on this. I'm trying to ascertain what it really means." these types of conversations can be incredibly connecting and incredibly meaningful. But if they're not into politics and they're actually like, honestly, I don't even want to put my mind on any of the strife going on in the world. You don't want to talk about those types of things. Your conversations, the content, the analogies, the metaphors, everything that you're using has to be meaningful to your client. Hobbies and interests, if they're super into sourdough bread, what kind of recipes? Where did you get your sourdough starter? Have you tried anything new lately? Incredibly connecting, and it lights them up. When they can talk about something that is important to them, it makes them feel more alive. It also gives you greater insight into how your clients are motivated. Anytime you can ask them a question about something that is meaningful to them and they can talk to you about what is meaningful to them, they're going to basically tell you, this is how I think, this is what I feel, this is the paradigm of reality that I view everything through. You can also hear certain things like, I process this kind of information more visually, and then you can talk to them in much more visual language. But if they're talking about a specific thing, maybe it's a charity that they're involved in, and they go into more feeling-based language, you can tell that they are very physiologically, kinesthetically motivated to be associated with that type of charity. Each one of these things is going to be so unique. And it's critical that you understand where your client is, how they're motivated, what they spend their time on, what's important to them, things that are important, like is Christmas a huge deal for them? And what do they do for Christmas? What goes into it being a big deal? Knowing that they're motivated to do something huge for their family for Christmas can tell you a lot about somebody. The specifics about those things are important. Taylor Swift just launched her new album this weekend. So I caught an interview of her talking about it. And the interviewer actually gave her a gift. And there's a song on her album called Opalite. Opalite's a man-made gem. And they gave her this gift of an opalite cat. And Taylor Swift loves cats. She loves opalite. It was such a personal gift. We need to be doing this for our coaching prospects, our coaching clients. If you are a relator with Motivation Code, this is probably incredibly easy to you. It's very easy for you to understand what is important. But if you are differently motivated, you might need to spend a little more time and effort in order to really understand your clients. So use tools like CRMs. You can even create a spreadsheet. On Coach Factory, we actually have a new blog post out that lists out all of the things that you might possibly want to record in a CRM. You can set some of these up. Notion is a tool that allows you to basically set up a little database where you can keep track of what is important to your clients. As well, with your client sessions, keeping track of all of these little things and making a note of it, making sure that your calendar has all of your client birthdays, anniversaries, kids' birthdays, spouses' birthdays. If these types of things come up as important for your client, it's important that it's on your calendar too, so that when it is their birthday, you send them something meaningful as a gift, maybe an opalite kitten that you can send them if that is something important to them. If they're super into Taylor Swift, hey, what do you think about the album? Do you have a favorite song? You want to be able to talk to your clients and your prospects about things that are important and exciting to them. Because when they can share that kind of excitement with you, it just connects you deeper. It gives you a space where you share something. And maybe you're not into Taylor Swift and you don't want to talk about the new album, but your client does. There's a lot of times that your clients talk about things that might not be interesting to you, or they might have very differing beliefs about politics than you. But giving them the space, they are the client, that you can meet them in a place that they can talk about what's important to them and what is motivating to them, what is meaningful to them. I hope this discussion was helpful to you. Go check out that blog post on coachfactory.co. I'll have it linked down below, but you can take some of the ideas from that blog post and integrate them into your CRM so that you are tracking the things that are most important to the people that you speak to, because you want to remember them. And when it's 3 months down the line and somebody is coming back saying, we had this discovery call 3 months ago, and I wasn't ready for coaching, but I am now. And you can talk to that person and say, oh, yeah, I'm here for you. And then talk to them about something that was important to them that you learned about them in that discovery session. That way they know that it's not just them coming back to just a coach. They're coming back to someone who remembers them, who knows them. It immediately helps a new client sort of drop their guard a little bit, drop the walls, the defenses, the suspicion that they have that they're being sold to. Now they're talking to a friend. They're talking to another person who values them, values what is important to them. So use the tools that you have, but make sure if you are not using a tool yet, I have some links in that blog post of some CRMs that you can check out. You need to be tracking this, not just for clients, but for prospects as well, and track the things that are critically important to them. It's going to make selling your prospects easier. It's going to make connecting with your clients easier. It's going to make client retention all that easier too, because you are integrating into their life in every session. We'll see you next time on Coach Factory.